Hello, 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 you guys. I thought I was recording. Been sitting here for the been sitting here for about 5 minutes, uh, talking to the walls, but without the phone listening this time. I was talking about maybe adding a a 3 card supplement through each one of the cards that I pulled last night for Leo. I also mentioned prior when I thought I was recording that I figured out some of the technical difficulties you experience and the technicalities you have to go to get to get through loading your videos on YouTube. But as I said in the other video, I'm still learning as I go. I'm still figuring this thing out as far as my practicing, as far as my showmanship, as far as logistically getting these videos to you guys. Even though it's not that intensive, but I got a chance to see how long it takes to load a video, depending on what size it is. I wasn't really expecting that. Just loading that last video alone, it kind of pushed me past the not past, but it pushed me on up until the other 2 or 3 hours that I had decided was a good window to sit down and devote to birthing my channel. But hey, I'll keep all those things in mind as I load these next videos. I'll try to keep them shorter. I mean, like I said, it's not really that bad to load it up. My internet is not crappy. I mean, I live in Texas and Xfinity has a nice strong arm on all the services down here. So it's not too much is offered as far as different types. Xfinity owns its particular type, and the internet is not bad at all. It's actually the best that you can get. So I don't know. I guess I don't say North Korea because they can look over the border and see a better life, but we'll just China it up and say, hey, we're comfortable, so we'll deal with it. It's not that bad. Um, I don't know what else I covered before. I had to re-record thinking I was previously recording just now, but hey, to be flexible and spontaneous. Sorry if I drop a lot of animated movie references on you guys. As you can see, I have some kind of affliction for them. This painting is a Little Mermaid. That's sad. It's a Little Mermaid, Princess and the Frog, and Moana blend. I started with Ursula, and I just had to add other characters that use some type of charm or totem or was kind of very similar to Ursula's wheelhouse in the Disney lineup. But I like it. It proved to be a good backdrop for the channel. But back to this Leo reading. Try to speed things up, talk a little faster, get through this thing a little more precisely for you guys. That way you don't feel like you're sitting here listening to Barack Obama and all his pauses, thinking about what the hell he wants to say. So, as I was saying, I'm gonna get the hang of showing the cards and getting the focus right. Uh, I think I might just bring the camera down real quick to go ahead and start this. Might offer you guys a better view, but let's see what we can do. Oh, I hope I don't make you guys dizzy. And I am on top of this painting trying to get this pod situated. So please ignore the wobble. Whew, okay. Don't say I didn't warn you not to come to the crypt and ask for clean. That's it's not one of our specialties around here at the crypt. And we specialize in other things. But I'll give you guys a good check-in real quick. Yeah, it's fine. So just go ahead and go further into this Rio. Rio. Yes, I do like that movie too. We'll go further into this Leo reading. Pulling from the I like to pull from the crypt deck last. So I'm gonna pull another wood tarot card on the Queen of Stones. I'm sorry I didn't put my glasses on, you guys, so I'm gonna have to lean in a little bit to see. And also, oh, that's what card we on. I'll try to keep in mind to create visual markers and timestamp markers, markers of all kinds, so you guys can better navigate your way. But as you can see on this first pull for the Queen of Stones or the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Green Man. The Green Man it's basically I'm gonna say the Emperor, because the Green Woman is the Empress, and this is why I mentioned sometimes you guys might see me refer back to my other book, because this one has I'm gonna call it a more traditional layout, but a more familiar layout, because it's one of the first types of decks that I started using. And number 4, yes, is the Emperor. So you know, we're picking up back where we left off. And in the prior video, I had mentioned how the feeling that I got from this reading was, one of feminine empowerment and activity, and I don't want to call it the feminine hunt, but it's the animal cards with this apex predator, the shark, and the bear being a very formidable predator itself. It lands me to think of an act of searching, because most of this animal's activity, if not related to mothering, is related to foraging and eating. And this card, speaking of eating, and Bruce, that was mentioned in the other video, I am a shark, not a mindless eating machine. If I must change this image, Leo, I must first change myself. And I know I'm going back into all the other cards, but I'm just trying to get a road paved to the destination we're traveling. But I mentioned in the last video that the 6 of Cups might often represent someone from your past, or a past situation, or a past issue or experience that needs some type of resolution. And the reason why I brought all that back up is because basically in this additional reading, the first card to come out is the Green Man, the Emperor. And maybe you're in this very masculine, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very, I don't call it traditional, but very professional, maybe. A very tactical mindset. You know, as you stir up your pot, as you create your chum. But with the Emperor here, this could be related to this past situation here, whether it's a past friend or a past lover. This is a very powerful masculine energy. And I would expect that in a Leo reading because Leos are very strong, powerful, fiery people. But we're gonna go to the animal spirit deck to get a more complete picture. And we have the crow. I actually love corvids. I don't know if I've pulled the crow yet, but see here, the crow is an air sign. So these cards don't particularly deal with signs. I mean, you can associate the signs, you know, from prior knowledge. And as I said in the previous video, we will grow and bloom together, and you guys will get more more inclusive and more encompassing explanations on all the aspects because there are so many and there are so many interpretations. I was thinking about this yesterday. It's like trying to learn German, Russian, French, and Indonesian poems and turn them into a song in Spanish. So me having an English base of operation, just work with me a little bit. But the crow, we're gonna look up some of the I mean, off the top of my head, crows, like most of these animals, you know, they are social creatures, but they are very independent in their own right. We're looking at three highly intelligent, highly calculative, highly tactical animals. These animals are very, very intellectual. You know, I don't know how deep you guys are in the animals, you know, how good your studies are. I actually love nature documentaries, so I've been watching many of them from a child. And if you ever look at the lengths crows can go to acquire their food, whether it's scavenging or whether it's inside of a man-made setup where they have to move levers and latches and slide stuff and drop pebbles in water to raise the water levels so they can reach the food. I mean, they go through all types of hoops and hurdles and obstacles to get what they want, but a part of me feels like they're like a crow would say, well, how can I say this? I guess what's an obstacle course with no obstacles? You know, that's no fun. You know, I came here to run the gauntlet. But some characteristics of the crow, straight from the book. There's when in balance, we're talking about something that's psychic, strong, and clear. And when not in balance, you're talking about being ungrounded and being hypersensitive. just show you guys the book real quick. There are other pages where I've gone through and highlighted things as I've read because my way of bookmarking and my techniques are kind of ancient, kind of brick and mortar, kind of Flintstone-ish, if you will. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And much like the Hierophant of the tarot deck, it teaches us about traditionalism, that if something is around, it's probably because it works well. I mean, it's it's not it's not unlike something to have high functionality and high versatility and be I don't know, not in the honorance of truth unless it's forced. But yeah, so we talk about when being in balance, being psychic, and also just hold on here though. Go back. Let you guys see me tally mark what's important to me. Because like I was saying, besides my own prior knowledge, I do want to give you the book, the cards, authors, the creators' interpretation of their work. Because after all, I'm just standing on the shoulders of what they've produced. Spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. Leo. Let me check up here, see how much time we're running on. Good Lord. We're up at 18 minutes already again? I gotta be more careful. I think I might just do a 2. Try to keep this down to 20. Hurry up and get through this real quick. And I promise you guys as I go, it'll be more straight off into the read itself. But I figured, if not the beginning, then at what point should I bore you guys with all my conversation and all my fillers? Yeah, let me just hurry up and speed this along real quick. So for the shark, pulling from the wild tarot deck first. This card fell out here. We're gonna go. We have the Six of Bows, the Six of Wands. It's a card of abundance. It's a card here. We have 6 wands in the heart of the forest, and they are pointing at a fire. And below we have all the harvest of the forest, and it's a really it's a card about abundance. It's a card about the abundance, but not the end of the abundance. The beginning of the abundance, the beginning of the acquisition. Because also we're in 6s, and our other 6 over here was the 6 of Cups. So we have the 6 of Cups and also the 6 of Wands. 6s seem to be a theme popping up, and as I was saying earlier, that's why we went back and looked at what this energy was. If it's from the past, if it's something unresolved, it could be a very strong partner that you never got over, or someone who impacted you very greatly, and the situation wasn't resolved in a way that allowed progression into you guys' future, separately or together. But I feel like there's something here that needs to be addressed in order to get this abundance of, whether it's health, peace of mind, abundance of serenity, abundance of reconnection. But there's a chance to have something acquired here. I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for I think I'll just do one from the crypt deck at the end. But we're going to the spirit deck. And we have the spider. I don't like spiders in real life so much, but as far as something I think about and don't have to interact with physically, I like spiders. I love Anansi from The American Gods. Orlando Jones, I believe. A very powerful time, but as I'm looking at these cards here, you know, the Six of Wands is starting to look like the beginnings of a web in this next card. So, like I said in my first video, I didn't want to mention entanglements because it had tainted my vocabulary when I first pulled this, and I was describing the Queen of Stones, the Queen of Pentacles, and relating to earthly matters. The word entanglements came out, but hey, there might be an entanglement going on here. Oh, what a tangle web we weave when we choose to deceive. So, I don't know. I'm just feeling like there's a truth here that needs to be explored with all of your intellect. Maybe there's something emotional that's been suppressed under all of this. I don't want to say predation. That might even be the real word I'm looking for. Under all this predator behavior. But let me speed this up, you guys. Try not to make more 20-minute videos. And we have the Page of Vessels, which is cups. The Page of Cups. I actually love the Page cards because I love the Joker, but the Page is about, learning. It's about acquiring information, whether it's for like a particular doctrine, like a student would, or whether it's just for the safety of the well-being of your life. The Page talks about knowing, and in a sense knowing into the depth that it could be considered spying into. But yeah, the page looks at you and sees you naked always, in my opinion. It's just, is he gonna put you in on a joke, or is he gonna make you the butt of the joke? But I'm gonna go to this last card over here from the spirit deck, and the otter in the spirit deck actually represents, joy and freedom, and you know just flexibility and happiness. And I won't call it a routine, but in the manifestations of your physical life. So we're gonna pull from this animal deck, and we have the nightingale, an air sign. Just give me a moment to compress all this together. The nightingale. Also, this is my first time coming across the nightingale. I'm gonna give you guys some of the characteristics involved with that card. I'm not familiar with nightingales off top. I mean, just going off my initial interpretations, it reminds me of the birds that do all the chirping, the birds that wake you up, the birds that are always singing when it's I don't know, Leo, with these entanglements. I hope it's not I'm gonna say fornication season. I hope it's fornication season and not reproductive season with all this, with this mothering you began with, this strong feminine. But you know, what I'm seeing across isn't about a mothering relationship. It's more of a internal social dynamic. But the nightingale, let's look that up together, you guys. See, that wasn't so bad. A fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. When in balance, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat chakra. Also, you guys, I will learn the base. I mean, I know the base 7 chakras, but learn them respectively in an order. And what chakra is the throat chakra, what color that is. You know, it's not hard to look at the diagram that has them placed and like, oh, okay, that's right there. That's this color. That's this number. But off the top of my head right now, trying to focus on the rest of this is information that's elusive to me. But I haven't read through the Nightingale real. I haven't read it. I haven't read through the Nightingale, so I'm gonna go through real quick. I know I'm getting back up there on time again, but the song of the Nightingale is overwhelmingly. Is what I want to say. The song of the Nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to a realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. That's that's beautiful, but it's interesting from what I was picking up earlier with the resolution needed somewhere in here. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. But yeah, Leo, it seems like maybe it's an internal communication that you need to have with yourself about your masculine aspects. Maybe it's a communication you need to have with a prior masculine counterpart, the masculine energy of a counterpart. Maybe it was just that particular aspect of the person that didn't sit right with you, but yeah, talk, communicate effectively, communicate purposefully, and you know, get that little issue resolved, Leo. We'll see you guys later.